Once upon a time, nestled deep in the heart of Central Asia, there were two brothers, Kaz and Kyr. Kaz, the elder, was everything you'd expect from a high-achieving, ambitious sibling. From a young age, Kaz was determined to make something of himself. He studied hard, graduated from prestigious universities, secured a top-tier job, and eventually climbed the corporate ladder until he built a powerful empire. His corporations were massive, employing thousands, generating billions, and earning him global recognition. If there was one thing Kaz excelled at, it was following the rules and succeeding by all the traditional measures of wealth and power. Then there was Kyr, the younger brother, who couldn't have cared less about all that. While Kaz was busy conquering boardrooms, Kyr was off in the mountains, living life on his own terms. He didn't want to wear a suit, didn't want to answer emails, and definitely didn't care about the stock market. No, Kyr was the kind of guy who would throw on some boots, grab a handful of friends, and head into the wild, to hike, to explore, and most importantly, to dance. He reveled in the simple pleasures, the fresh air, the unspoiled landscape, and the freedom to live how he saw fit. Who needs a corporate empire when you've got the mountains and endless nights of dancing under the stars, he often thought. In the grand scheme of things, while Kaz built cities, factories, and banks, Kyr built memories, adventures, and a deeply rooted connection to the land. The story of their lives was one of stark contrast, yet in the end, Kyr's story is the one that entices the curious traveler, the dreamer, the rebel. Fast forward to today, and Kyr, officially known as Kyrgyzstan, is a country that thrives in its own unique way. It's a place that many in the world haven't fully discovered yet. Its rugged beauty, rich cultural tapestry, and mysterious, hidden nature make it a paradise for those who love adventure and authenticity. It's often overlooked, with fewer tourists than its bigger neighbors, which is a blessing in disguise. This untouched wonderland is still a pristine corner of the world. But Kyr, in all his free-spirited glory, doesn't seem to mind. Kyr is landlocked, surrounded by Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and China. It's a country of peculiar borders, a true geopolitical puzzle. Enclaves and exclaves, pieces of land belonging to one country but stuck inside another, dot the landscape, the most infamous of which is the Uzbek exclave of Seoul, nestled within Kyrgyzstan's boundaries. Then there's the Tajik enclave of Vorik, which makes no geographical sense, but that's what happens when borders are drawn during the chaotic Soviet era. The Fergana Valley, a region in southern Kyrgyzstan, is a strange and complex area where countries intersect and intertwine in a way that still confuses mapmakers and diplomats alike. Despite these strange borders, the land is stunning. The capital of Kyr, Bishkek, sits at the foot of the majestic Tian Shan mountain range in the north. From Bishkek, you can easily venture out to Issyk-Kul Lake, one of the largest high-altitude lakes in the world, and certainly the most iconic natural feature in Kyrgyzstan. Issyk-Kul is unique because it never freezes, even during the harshest winters, thanks to its saltwater and the warm underground hot springs that feed into it. It's like nature's little secret, a magical, serene retreat where the mountains kiss the shores and the water remains warm year-round. Surrounding Issyk-Kul is a land filled with extraordinary mountains, glaciers, canyons, and valleys. Kyr is about 75% mountainous, with the Tian Shan range stretching across the country. The mountains are alive with wildlife, and it's here, in the high altitudes, where you'll find the Inalchek Glacier, the sixth largest nonpolar glacier on Earth. And if you head further southeast, you'll find some of the world's most stunning landscapes, Fairy Tale Canyon, where the rocks have been shaped into bizarre formations, and the Seven Bulls Cliffs, with their dramatic drops and jaw-dropping beauty. But Kyr's natural wonders go beyond just breathtaking landscapes. It's also home to the world's largest walnut forest, spanning more than 27,000 acres. The Kyrgyz are proud of their natural wealth and, unsurprisingly, their food is as rich as their land. Dishes like beshbarmak, a hearty meat and pasta dish, plav, a flavorful rice and meat dish, and mantai, dumplings filled with meat or vegetables, reflect the robust flavors of Central Asia, with a distinctly Kyrgyz twist. And don't forget the kurut, a tangy, salty dried yogurt snack that's perfect for a mountain trek. But let's be honest, when you're in KYR, you've got to try the vodka, which is so cheap you could buy a bottle for as little as $4. As for its wildlife, KYR is home to animals like the elusive snow leopard, brown bears, and the rare Marco Polo sheep, the largest wild sheep in the world. Horses are especially important to the Kyrgyz people, not just for transportation, but for their milk and meat as well. The Kyrgyz have a deep relationship with these animals, using them in traditional sports and even festivals, where horse riding is a key element of the celebrations. Culturally, KYR is a fascinating mix of Turkic, Mongoloid, and Islamic influences. The Kyrgyz language, which belongs to the Turkic family, is very close to Kazakh and, in fact, shares similarities with Turkish. This makes it easy for Kyrgyzstan to maintain close cultural ties with its neighbors, particularly Kazakhstan and Turkey. The Kyrgyz people also have a strong historical connection to the Mongols, dating back to the time of Genghis Khan, who passed through the region during his conquests. To this day, remnants of Mongol influence can be seen in KYR's traditional music, dances, and festivals. Speaking of dances, KYR is renowned for its traditional performances. The Kyrgyz dance style is unique, marked by swift shoulder jerks, dramatic bends, and fast footwork. These dances are more than just performances, they are an expression of KYR's vibrant culture, representing stories, history, and emotions that have been passed down through generations. Every twist and turn of their bodies tells a tale, one of resilience, pride, and connection to the earth. It's no wonder that even modern-day performers find inspiration in these ancient movements. Kyrgyzstan's history is also rich with heroic figures, none more significant than Manas, a legendary warrior and the protagonist of the world's longest epic poem. Manas led his people in battles against invading forces, forging a national identity that would survive through centuries. His story, passed down through oral tradition, continues to shape KYR's sense of self today, with his name immortalized in statues, streets, universities, and even the country's largest airport. The Epic of Manas is a cornerstone of Kyrgyz culture, teaching the values of unity, bravery, and pride. While KYR's landscape and history are captivating, the country's political evolution has also been fascinating. Kyrgyzstan was once part of the Soviet Union, and like many former Soviet republics, it has experienced its fair share of political upheaval. In 2005 and again in 2010, Kyrgyzstan underwent revolutions that saw the ousting of two presidents. Despite these turbulent times, the Kyrgyz people have proven resilient, adapting to the challenges of independence while maintaining their cultural traditions and sense of unity. Today, KYR's economic potential is immense, though it remains largely untapped. The country is rich in natural resources, including hydroelectric power, gold, and even mercury, with the latter being extracted from the world's last remaining pure mercury mine. KYR is a rising star in the world of renewable energy, with its vast mountains and sunny, windy valleys providing ample opportunities for solar and wind power projects. But despite this, KYR has taken a laid-back approach to development, preferring to focus on preserving its environment and cultural heritage rather than rushing into industrialization. In terms of international relations, KYR has forged strong ties with both China and Russia. China is KYR's largest trade partner, with increasing investment in industries like mining and infrastructure. KYR also maintains close relations with Russia, which historically has been a big influence on the region. However, KYR's best friends might just be Kazakhstan and Turkey. Kazakhstan, KYR's big brother to the north, has been a source of support in times of political and economic need, while Turkey was the first country to recognize KYR's independence after the Soviet collapse. The two countries share a special bond, and Turkey continues to invest in KYR's development. In conclusion, KYR is the wild younger brother who knows that he may never outdo the giants around him, but he's perfectly content dancing his way through life. He embraces the freedom of the mountains, the richness of his culture, and the deep bonds he shares with his people. While Kaz may have built an empire, KYR has built something that's just as valuable, a life full of adventure, beauty, and a spirit that cannot be broken. And if you're lucky enough to find your way to KYR, you'll quickly realize that it's not the wealth or power that makes a country great, it's the soul of the people who live there, and KYR's soul is alive with energy, joy, and the sound of dancing feet.